Do we want to accept the minutes?
I make a motion to accept the reports.
Okay, yeah, need a second.
I'll second it.
Okay, on the reports, everybody in favor of accepting the reports, do so by saying aye.
Aye.
Okay. Okay. On the computer, James is talking about, we need to vote to
Yeah, declare something surplus.
okay, to declare the computer, James, for attention, we need to vote the second to declare it surplus.
I make a motion.
Motion from
I'll second.
Okay, got a motion and a second. Everybody in favor of declaring that surplus, do so by saying aye.
Aye.
Now we'll go to consider the professional services agreement between the town of Surgoinsville and Safe Built. And I think everybody, we discussed this at the workshop. Everybody understands what that is. It's they will be, Mr. Jim Sullivan came in and explained to us about the way building inspections and permits are going to be now with this group's Safe Built and so on. But anyway, we need to I vote on accepting this agreement and putting that into effect, which he's been helping us. I think I've called him 3 times since last week, so he's been helping us with it. So
The only question I have is the charges that, what are they going to charge us?
I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was just what the permits.
He's going to charge an hourly fee.
Oh, an hour, yes, an hourly fee, I'm sorry.
Now,
That's right.
one of the things that the town needs to do is to reevaluate the permit fees. To be sure that the permit fee covers the zoning compliance inspection, where the footers are going to be, are the setbacks right, and so forth. Is it a structure that's allowed in this zoning district? And the number of inspections that they propose to do. Are they going to do a framing inspection, inspection after it's dried in? What inspections are they going to do? The other thing that needs to be done is to ensure practice within the town hall is if a person calls on Monday and wants a permit and a person calls on Tuesday, they have a minimum charge, and you need to group those things so man can come out and do however many you have.
Yeah, they told us, if you remember, he said that when we contact him, he would, I think that they could be here within 24 hours. Maybe not that day, but at least the next day.
Right, but if you call them out to do an inspection on one day and they come out the second day, all those same charges where they could be grouped if possible.
Yeah.
It's just something that we need to be mindful of in scheduling them.
Well, before we vote on this, but we need those figures in front of us.
They're in the contract.
Page
It's page, yeah.
the very last one.
Okay.
There's a fee schedule.
Did you see those prices, Joe?
$95 an hour, 2-hour minimum for the inspections. I mean, they're traveling, but they're only charging you from the time they get here until the time they leave here. They're not charging you for driving through Johnson City.
Okay.
If you look at the way that the town has historically charged for building permits, I think it's going to be a wash, but need to confirm that with them.
Well, do we need to, as your suggestion, do we need to redo what we're charging for the building?
Need to at least confirm that if they do 3 inspections at the town's, not electrical inspection, but at the town's requirements, that the minimum building permit fee will cover that.
Okay.
Because it's going to be the same cost whether you're building a $300,000 house or whether you're building a carport with just a roof and metal posts.
So whenever they come, we need to make sure we got them lined up.
That'd be the ideal thing if you had 2 or more to bunch it.
Miss those hands coming.
Oh, yeah.
I don't see any way of getting around it.
I don't either.
No, there isn't another game in town.
No, when I contacted him the first time, he said he was doing Unicoi, Mountain City, places in Sullivan County, Hawkins County, I think Greene County. So yeah, they're stretched thin, but, and I think, with the cost of the permits and so on, I think, as you said, I think it'd be a wash. I think it's,
Other than the very small, the carport on steel posts, it's still going to be a very minor part of the cost of your project. And building inspection, though some people rail against it, is really a good double check on your contractor.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody makes mistakes. That's having someone look at safety issues is in your own best interest as a homeowner.
I agree.
so move on that today or wait another month? What do you want to do?
We probably need to move, we got some houses.
Oh yeah, we're busy.
I'll make a motion we accept. I'll second.
Okay, got a motion from Randy, second from Ken. Roll call.
Alderman Bishop, Alderman Collier, Mayor Graham,
Yes.
Alderman Hoss, Vice Mayor Jernigan, Alderman Merritt,
Yes.
Alderman Sandage.
Yes.
Just for the record, the motion was to authorize the mayor to execute the contract with Safe Build.
Yeah, yes. But in saying that, we still need to revisit our price schedule.
As I recall, in speaking to him at the work session, he said that he would be willing to come down here and deal with Megan or with the mayor and go over the figures to be sure that
We're getting enough money.
Well, I'm sure you can have that before us next month.
Yes.
Okay, consider the 2024 property tax rate. We don't have to do that at this meeting. If we want to discuss it more at the next workshop, we can.
in connection with the property tax, there's a sheet in your packet, came from TML today, about a proposed bill capping property taxes by municipalities and counties. It's a statute that, on the one hand, seems to have some appeal, but on the other hand, if you have a large project that the citizenry want, it may prevent you from being able to afford it.
I read it, but I didn't, I was waiting on you to explain it.
Yeah, I read it.
So we actually need some time.
Well, the board needs to be aware that there's a move in the General Assembly to take that sort of action. Sometimes those things just happen.
Oh, yeah. It don't sound like it's good to me.
Yeah.
From what I read too, I didn't look like what I read.
Yeah, we definitely need to look it over.
Well, might want to also have some contact with our local delegation.
Randy?
Is this coming up for a vote?
It's somewhere in the process. I can't recall where it is. I think it's in committee at this point. But just TML opposes it and gives their reasons, and that's pretty logical. If you had a reason to have a large expenditure, how would you pay for it if you're capped at a certain percentage?
Yeah.
Well, not too many times the bill passes that TML is against.
Oh, yeah. TML is not a particularly effective lobbyist.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we'll move on to the next item. Consider the approval for the city of Surgoinsville Volunteer Fire Department to apply for FEMA assistance to firefighters grant. The grant will have a 5% match. Shane, would you like to explain that to us?
So that grant is for, as y'all know, several months ago you declared our mini pumper surplus. It was old, antiquated, and was just junk. That grant would be to replace it. We're going to be applying for $450,000 if y'all give us some good graces to apply for it even. But hopefully that would be a 5% match on the town's part. So it's probably our only chance of buying a new mini pumper of that caliber to replace it. So
I make a motion that we allow the fire department to apply for this grant.
I'll second that.
Okay, got a motion and a second. So this, okay, Shane, it could be as much as $450,000.
that's the amount we're applying for.
Oh, okay.
So I've got quotes from $430,000 to $480,000, just as how.
Okay. All right, we've got a motion and a second. A roll call vote. Nate?
Alderman Bishop. Alderman Collier. Mayor Graham.
Yes.
Alderman Holmes. Vice Mayor Durgan. Alderman Merritt. Yes. Alderman Sandage.
Yes.
With the 5% match in this budget season, that's probably something that needs to be considered of how you're going to appropriate that $23,000 for the match.
Yeah. If you get this, Shane, when will you know? I mean, when's the...
It's usually up in the year, like close to August, September. So,
Okay.
yeah. That one takes quite a bit of time.
Right.
And we're hopeful with it, but that's a hard grant.
Right.
So,
Okay, and then if you get it, will it be like an immediate, you get it immediately or will it
takes
take?
several more months after you get your approval to get, yeah.
Okay.
Real quick, back on the reports, do we need to approve accepting the awarded grant and the purchase of the breathing compressor.
That's on the agenda, isn't it?
Yeah.
The bid is on there, but we have to actually accept the grant itself.
So I sent the contract back this week, so we should be getting the funding any day.
Okay.
In addition to the bid, do we need to actually accept the grant,
Should.
both of them together? Yes, the motion is
So
to
that's
accept the grant.
Accept the grant and, okay.
So that's the next one, right? Okay, consider the approval of fire department's Cascade bid notice and also the two things.
Okay, so we're voting on approval of the bid notice and the grant?
And then the grant itself, right?
And accepting
Yeah,
the
accepting
award.
the award.
There's two different grants in the fire department. So the one with the bid, we'll be accepting that grant along with the bid with it.
Okay, so I make a motion.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll say.
Okay, got a motion, Terry, and second, Mandy. Roll call vote again.
Alderman Bishop. Alderman Collier. Mayor Graham.
Yes.
Alderman Hoss. Vice Mayor Jernigan. Alderman Merrick.
Yes.
Alderman Sandage.
Yes.
Okay, consider accepting the proposal of land donation from First United Methodist Church of Surgoinsville. If you recall, the Methodist churches will be giving the town the land below the church for playground equipment with an exception that the grant for playground equipment from Blue Cross Blue Shield.
Blue Cross Health is supposed to, yes.
So,
Did we have to have anything legal to accept that, or can we just accept it as is? I know that was a question last week.
What the group, the church is asking for is a commitment that you will do this.
Okay.
So that they can, on their application to Blue Cross Blue Shield,
Yeah.
can say that there's a commitment.
Okay.
Yeah.
as well, this grant with Blue Cross Blue Shield, we have to own the
Yeah,
property.
Yeah. But it's got to go in front of their board and stuff.
Right.
Higher up for them to, it's still, but we're going ahead and okay it and let it happen.
Okay. Well, I'll make a motion to
Yeah.
accept that donation then.
I'll say.
Okay, got a motion and a second, roll call again.
Alderman Bishop. Alderman Collier. Mayor Graham.
Yes.
Alderman Hoss. Vice Mayor Jernigan. Alderman Merrick.
Yes.
Alderman Sandage.
Yes.
Okay, consider the, consider accepting our audit, as written, which was presented to us by Nicky Ellis. He was here, prior to our workshop, but anyway, several of us were there when he presented that, and of course the audit, there was one finding, and I think that's already been taken care of, or maybe two findings, right? Was two? Yeah, two. I think both of them's been taken care of, I think. Anyway, we need to accept the audit, and Nicky was pleased with the audit. He said that is a good audit, so got a good report from me. Need a motion and a second to vote on accepting the audit.
I'll make a motion to accept Mickey Ellis's findings.
I'll say.
Okay, got a motion and a second. Let's do a roll call vote again.
Alderman Bishop. Alderman Collier. Mayor Grimm.
Yes.
Alderman Hoss. Vice Mayor Jernigan. Alderman Merritt.
Yes.
Alderman Sanders.
Yes.
Okay, now the next one is consider accepting the 2024 audit contract to audit accounts of Township of Surgoinsville with Nikki David.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Motion and a second, roll call vote again. Maybe.
Who made the motion? Alderman Bishop. Alderman Collier. Mayor Grimm.
Yes.
Alderman Hoss. Vice Mayor Jernigan. Alderman Merritt.
Yes.
Alderman Sanders.
Yes.
Okay. That's everything on the agenda.
Hey, Mayor,
Yeah, oh, I'm sorry, John.
these two gentlemen come in late. That would be my fault that they come in a little bit late because I told them 6:30. If you could give them the opportunity to speak about their street. I'll take credit for their being late.
Okay.
Will you sign the
Thank you.
Don't do that more than.
I'm working on getting my silence right now.
All right. Okay. You guys, welcome, you guys. I appreciate you coming. You got the floor, so.
Thank you. We're just here to petition the city to repair our, what leads up to our driveway, leads up to our homes. It's a road that just really got, this past snow, made craters out of the road. I understand that probably some of it is considered private drive. 2 years ago, they paved, but we come up off 11W, this is on,
Living Street.
was that? Looney Street, I'm sorry. So, when they come up off the highway, they paved it going to the right a couple years ago, but they didn't pave any more going up from the highway over to the left where we live. This past snow really caused some major damage to that area. I did talk to James, and he got some out there to help patch it up, to put a Band-Aid on it and stuff for now. But really, it's just so broken up, it's just going to continue to wash away every time it rains or snows. So,
Okay, that's where we were looking at, the middle of the road.
Yeah, that's what had you come out there.
Yeah. I think we're gonna be paving over that.
okay.
Yeah.
So will that just be the part coming up off the highway, or are you going to go ahead and pave on over to the left where our homes are?
Where our property lines.
Yeah.
To me, that's a private drive.
Well, at what point does it become a private drive as well? I don't understand.
We've got 3 or 4 other places in town that, when they built Ladendale here, that they went up so far.
Uh-huh.
The state did, but they never did designate it as a street for us to take care of it. I mean, Larry Sanders got one and Billy Barrett's got one up here. And
Yeah, part of that is, the rest of that is a through street. It goes from Zion Hill Road back out to the 4-lane. And
Okay.
then your part that you're talking about
Yeah.
is a dead end.
The part that comes up off of the highway was the worst part by far.
Yes, and that.
And you out there?
Yes, we'll
Okay.
be
Yeah.
paving over that.
Okay.
Yeah, in fact, Bob, something, you've already probably got a plan.
Oh, yeah.
I know we put gravel, I think, in it, did you, Bob?
Yeah, but it's gonna have to dry up tremendously
Oh,
before
yeah.
we can do anything.
And
It's very wet, yeah.
That's a Band-Aid.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, that's about all we can do now, but.
yeah, I understand that, yeah.
As soon as we get.
but I think if you look at the map, it shows it's a private drive. I'm sorry.
I mean, at what point, is it, you coming up off the highway even as private drive? Or is that part of Looney Street? They put a sign up there that said it's Looney Street.
Actually, part of it's on state right of way. It's not a private drive there.
I understand the part that probably goes off to the left is, maybe it is considered a private drive, I'm sure, but, I mean, the part coming up off the 4-lane, it even has a street sign that says
Yeah,
Loomis
that's a
Street.
street, that is a street,
Yeah.
that we're gonna be repairing, yeah.
Okay, you gonna repair it?
That's a street, that's what I'm saying, that's a through street.
Okay.
How far is the state right away?
Right. My question.
It goes all the way to the edge of his property,
Yeah.
in front of my property.
But, that's the sad thing about it. Like I said, the state, I mean, when they built this road, and they put, down here where our Sandy's at, and that tore all the pieces too, and up here where Billy Barrett's at, the same deal.
Okay.
Well, I'm talking about the section that crumbled up.
That's state.
Okay, so
A lot of it's state.
that state, city don't need to be repairing it. Am I right, Joe?
Well, you don't have any authority to do anything.
That's what I'm talking
I mean, the state complains if the town does anything on 346, the same with 11W.
That's, you know,
So the conclusion is it state or is it?
if it's state property, it belongs to state. If it's their right of way, it's,
But we just told it it's gonna be repaired.
well,
Yeah, I'm not sure about that. I think
I tell you
just because the state does that, they do that everywhere like Bob said, when they do a road, they do so much up any place, even some driveways.
I'm talking about the section that was crumbled up. Is that state or city? That's what I'm getting to.
Yeah.
Why not get T-Dot up there and let them look at it?
You know, we need a lot of pavement. We don't need to be paving the state's right away.
I think that'd be, what do you think, Joe?
I don't know where the street is.
It's that, I sent you an email, but it's been a while back.
Okay. A lot of roads, if you will, streets that were constructed by the state when 11W came in were designed by the state solely to get their equipment up onto the highway and have truck traffic for the highway construction. And to the extent that they survive, I know there's several of them, probably every 1,000 yards or so. Some of them still exist and people use them, but they're on the state highway.
Well, just like I said, Bill Barrett's up here, it's completely gone. I mean, Billy got mad at all of us, so it was a long drive.
That is. It's the same thing, really. That's exactly the same thing.
But we'll get T-Dot and let them.
Well, we'll get with them, we'll get an answer to you about that, but anyway, one way or the other, that's the broken up pieces will be fixed. One way or the other. Either town or state will fix it.
Okay, that's my concern. I mean, it doesn't matter to me who does it,
Right.
But,
That's my thought too,
yeah. And it'd be good, I mean, I don't know if the state markers mean anything, what they call those concrete markers.
They mean a lot. Those are the boundaries.
Okay, so, I mean, is it from that point over that's a private property, but on this side is state or?
From the marker to the highway.
On the highway side, it's the state.
Okay. All right, so that'd be clear up to my driveway even.
That's marker that's on the other side of the guardrail.
What's that?
That concrete square, that's on that side.
Yeah.
So that'd be state, all that's state then.
Okay. So, I mean, if we could get that repaired also, if it is safe, you're gonna have the state come out and look at it, we could also get that repaired, because it's about as bad. I mean, it's got a big hump in the middle, and it's washing away. Every time it rains, it washes away. Well, I had to go out there and pour concrete myself just so the mail lady could get her truck in there to deliver the mail.
Yeah. Okay, well, what I was trying to explain to you earlier, Loomis Street turns off, but you go up Zion Hill.
Yeah.
This part of Zion Hill.
Right.
The last street on the right, before you make the curve, is Loomis Street. And you go up Loomis Street and it comes back out on the 4 lane.
Right.
So it's a through street. your part of that is not, it's a dead-end road. And like I said, we consider it a private drive.
Okay, and that's, I guess that was my question, is at what point does it turn into private drive? Well, I mean, there's state markers going all the way up to, into the...
Okay, in other words, the through streets, any traffic.
Our side of mailbox is private drive.
Yeah, on the through street, any traffic could be on it. It's in and out, one way, 2 ways in, 2 ways out.
Okay.
On yours, it's a dead-end road. In other words, nobody would probably be on that except you and people that's visiting you.
Right. I'm not expecting that to be paved, back there. I understand that part is probably private drive. I mean, but the marker is between, the part between the marker and the guardrail, part way up, and I'm not saying all the way back to my house at all. I'm not saying that. But the part just up to the marker would be considered state, I guess, too. If they're going to be out there with all their equipment, that too.
Okay, when they come out, we'll see. They may go up that way sometimes. When they retire, they very well could. I don't know.
It's considered on the highway side of that marker, all the way to where your pin, all that on the right and left there is.
That'd be safe.
Yeah, we'll certainly ask them, but we'll see. And you never know what they say.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, well, they got their equipment out there. If they fix the rest of it, that'd be great.
They would.
I'm not asking you all the way back to my property. I'm not asking that at all.
Yeah.
But just back about his property is about where all of us consider that.
It's that rough area.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
All right, well, appreciate that.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And we'll be in touch with you.
I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
All right. Well, thank you for that.
You're welcome. Sorry we're late. We thought we were doing time.
You were just in time.
Speaking of roads that need to be fixed, you've got a big pothole in your neighborhood, don't you? I've had quite a few people complain about that. And
There is many potholes in there.
No, I'm talking about the big one.
Oh, there's more than one, but there's some big.
Any chance we can get those at least filled? I've had quite a few people, especially after the storm, come into my job and complain to me like I can do something.
Well, we'll have to wait till it dries up.
Right.
Bobby did take hot box and patch it.
Can we kind of put that on the radar though? I'm having quite a few people talking about they hit it in the morning and it's rough.
I'm sure that's probably on your radar.
Yeah, it is.
Well, I did my part.
Yeah.
That's my job.
There's more than your road.
Oh, yeah, I
I hear about it every day. I hear about it every day.
Yeah. Well, we're not through winter yet. There'll probably be some. That's where there's no holes now. They probably will be. So we're gonna have, it'll be an never-ending.
I'm just trying to hear it. I'm like, I'll come out there, I'll pour the concrete myself.
Okay.
We could probably do some gravel in them worst holes down there, if that would be up to you all.
Well, if you put plug mill in,
Well, that's what I'm talking about.
yeah.
Would that help for now?
That would help for now.
For now.
So,
Okay.
I mean, I could do that. I mean, we get the worst ones.
Okay.
I mean, that's up to you guys, if whatever y'all want me to do.
Just do the best you can.
Well, yeah.
That's all we can ask.
All right, we're gonna have a little cold spell, so just whatever you can
Yeah, let's get us through the winter, and I think that, then we can do something fall. Is that all right? Okay?
Right.
Okay, so we will try to contact TDOT tomorrow and see what we can get on that.
Appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Absolutely. Thank you all for coming. Yeah.
Thank you, yeah. Thanks.
Sorry about that.
That's okay. We made it.
Anything else?
If you have any difficulty with TDOT, the TTAP, Tennessee Transportation Assistance Program at UT, they have engineers there that may be able to help as well, as far as giving you information.
Oh, okay.
I think the town used them before. Can't remember what subdivision. Off the 4-lane with the steep hill.
Ridge there in the third lane of one.
Yeah, Regency Park's pretty good shape.
Yeah, it's
Or at least I've never seen anything.
Just what's washing off the hill and some, it's just gravel and stuff. It's nothing bad. It goes around that one guy's driveway right in front of his driveway, but that's it. And that's where most of our runoff comes there across the little one there beside Bayhands. If the road just had a little bit in it, it would go all the way down to the end and go toward the creek instead of going right there and settling there and flooding them houses and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we'll let T-Dot tell us about Looney Street.
Something else that the board probably should be aware of, I don't know that Surgoinsville has ever done this, but there's a mechanism to create improvement districts where you have a project that only affects very few properties, where essentially you can issue bonds and assess a percentage of the cost against the benefited properties, and the general taxpayers pay a percentage of the cost. I know Mount Carmel has done this over some stormwater prevention situations where they created some stormwater facilities.
They finally tore that one house down up there that Vince condemned 2-3 years ago. Went out of Independence, put that bank there.
Now, that was a very difficult project.
Oh, yeah. The county didn't want to let it go. They finally tore it down. And the only way you could get up there was with a four-wheel drive. And that wouldn't be safe.
It's amazing what was built in years gone by.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Hey, Shane, you guys, I appreciate you coming. We appreciate you and we're proud of you guys. Y'all do a good job. We don't see you that often. We brag about you, but we thank you for what you did. We really do. You just keep up the good work.
We want Randy to talk to Gary and express our discontent over this sheet in here.
All the
I'll take him out of
Yeah.
He's gonna call me tomorrow. So I'll take one phone with him if y'all want me to. Yeah, it's whatever the board wants.
I say go ahead and talk to him.
But he's eager to wear it out.
Yes.
Okay, that was concerning.
It's on the cap.
Oh, the cap, okay, yes. Oh, yeah.
So if they come up with percentage, we can do with it, or are they?
First I heard that, I asked him today when he called, there's any deal that we could argue about. He said there were so many on his plate right now. I'd say a lot of these ain't gonna make it through committee, but I'm calling on a mistake.
Let us know, Frank, what you found out.
Usually what kills them is the fiscal note on most of them there. I don't think there's a fiscal note tax for that one.
He is checking on that. Y'all asked me a few meetings ago about the financial help on the right-of-ways or work on roadways or whatever. He's checking on that. Where we got money back,
Yes.
he's checking on that.
What about cleaning that shoulder road?
So something about, we used to get money for,
In the past, Joe, this is more bad than I do, but we have received money back from the state, snow removal back in the past.
Probably the town, it was at a time when the town may have had a maintenance contract with the state.
that's what he said he was gonna check, whether we had a maintenance agreement or something with TDOT. And
Sometimes it's beneficial and sometimes it costs more to perform the maintenance at the price they pay. You have to be kind of careful. The benefit, of course, is that the maintenance is done at a time to benefit the citizens.
Yeah, I think we've got money back on other things like storms and so on, I think. I can remember getting money from them for something other than snow.
Well, mowing, I mean, is one of the things, litter pickup, I mean, a lot of these things. But the amount sometimes is not as much as it costs you to do it. You're benefiting the citizens of the town by having maintenance in a timely fashion as opposed to once every 4 months. I do remember one year that the mowing contractor came down 346 on Christmas week
Oh, yeah.
in order to get his last
Christmas Eve.
mowing.
Yeah, Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
Well, they had a contract for 3 times a year.
That was his third time at Christmas.
Yeah. Yeah. But I think the last 2 years they've mowed 4 times.
Yeah.
Grass grows faster than that, though.
Okay, anything else? If not,
Motion to dismiss.
pardon.
Motion to dismiss.
Everybody stand up, we'll dismiss.